He's #1 in sales again?
Ninose, I can hear you. My name is Yuki Kazusa. I'm a 28-year-old supervisor in the sales department of an advertising agency called Urban Promote. And he's Ninose Kitaji. He's 2 years younger than me and joined our company as a mid-career hire 6 months ago, making him my subordinate. In a company with only 50 employees and 10 salespeople, getting transferred because of a bad relationship is pretty much impossible, so we were stuck glaring at each other day after day. That kind of attitude shows in your sales. Please learn some basic professional etiquette.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't look convinced. He acts normal around everyone else and does his job, so I'm just keeping an eye on him for now. I heard that at his previous company, Ninose was a top salesperson, even outperforming his superiors. He came here seeking better compensation. His track record is solid. He put his natural sales skills to work and climbed to the #2 spot within 6 months. Unfortunately for him, I was the immovable #1. In other words, his sales performance has hit a ceiling at 2nd place, and he resents me for being the reason. He probably thought he could be #1 here too. I'm sure he's working hard, but that's no excuse for his snide remarks.
Kotaka, working hard today?
Hey, you're too close.
It would have been fine if I could just maintain a civil relationship with Ninose, but... To make matters worse, my girlfriend, Kotoka Kawai, is good friends with Ninose from high school. I heard they were just friends back then, but as soon as he found out she was my girlfriend, he started acting like this every single day. Hey, Kotoka, I know it can't be helped at work, but it's complicated for me to see you being so close to other guys. Kotoka is in the creative department at her company. As a designer, she needs to work closely with my sales team. We grew closer through frequent work collaborations and successful projects, and 2 years ago, I confessed my feelings to her. That's how we started dating. I want you to have fun at your upcoming class reunion, of course, but please be careful.
Of course, I understand.
Although I didn't stop her from seeing Ninose, I was anxious. Still, I believe she understood. Or so I thought.
I'm sorry, Yuki. I've decided to date Kitaji.
My worst fears came true. It seems my words meant nothing to her.
Looks like she has more fun with me. Haha. Pretty pathetic for the #1 salesperson, isn't it?
The class reunion was so much fun. It felt like we were back in high school. So that's how it is. It was fun while it lasted.
I sent her off to the reunion with a sense of dread, and on the Monday after, I found out Ninose had stolen Kotoka from me.
Kitaji, I finished the design proposal you mentioned. Could you take a look?
Wow, you're amazing, Kotaka. Your sense of style is the best. Let's show this proposal to the client.
Thank you. It makes it all worthwhile when you say that.
From that day on, both Kotoka and Ninose were on a roll. Their behavior was much more blatant than when she was with me, so much so that even her colleagues were frowning. Are they doing this on purpose so I can hear them? Keep it professional at the workplace. Their sickeningly sweet voices are grating on my ears. I have to work with them, so it's unavoidable, but I'm getting fed up with their obvious ulterior motives. Ugh, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but how am I supposed to concentrate on work in this situation? Huh? A new email popped up on my personal phone. The sender was Innovate Communications. They're a major integrated advertising agency with 1,000 employees and an annual revenue of 80 billion yen. I've even done business with them a few times. What? A headhunting offer from a major company? My career had already hit a ceiling at my current company, so I've been thinking about moving to a bigger one anyway. I remember how everyone I worked with at Innovate Communications was sincere and quick-witted. It was no wonder the company was growing. I can't work productively in this environment, and more importantly, a career opportunity like this is rare. So I contacted them. After carefully preparing, I went through several interviews, feeling nervous the whole time. After receiving a job offer, I told my boss and the CEO that I was leaving for career advancement and expressed my gratitude. They were sad to see me go, but supported my decision, so I left on good terms. Yes, likewise. I successfully transferred to Innovate Communications and was assigned to the digital division of the sales department, which has about 80 people. After greeting the HR manager, I headed to my new department and...
Oh, Yuki. It's been a while.
You're Yuika? It's been a while. She's Yuika Ogawa. We had met a few times when I was at my previous company. I remember that the gentle 26-year-old woman was also in the digital sales division.
I can't believe you actually came. When I heard you'd be working here starting today, I was so excited. You have excellent sales skills, and I realized how reliable you are when we worked together before.
You're making me blush. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Yes, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Feeling a bit bashful, I began my training and started working in the digital sales division. Alright, this is my chance to test my abilities. I'm gonna get results no matter what. And so 3 months have passed since that hopeful start.
Yuki, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tonight, Yuka invited me out for a drink after work, but I might have had a little too much. The thing is... No way! I was prepared to be at the bottom of the rankings at first, but to be still 5th from the bottom after 3 months. I used to be the #1 salesperson. I thought I could excel here too, but the environment was much tougher than I had imagined.
Our company shares everyone's sales figures in the monthly meeting materials to foster a competitive spirit. It can be pretty tough on your mental health, right?
I was prepared for it, but seeing it in reality really hits hard. I knew I was joining a major company full of elites, but I never thought I'd be this buried. I was just a big fish in a small pond.
That's not true. I have so much to learn from you. I really mean it.
Yuika was desperately trying to cheer me up. She had been saying things like that to me regularly, so I knew she wasn't lying. By now, we had become quite close. She told me it felt more natural to speak casually since I was older, so I stopped using formal language with her. Thanks. Sorry for making you worry. I didn't want to show you my uncool side.
Don't. Please, don't apologize. I'm the one who invited you for a drink, and besides, it just shows how dedicated you are to your work. I think it's wonderful.
I told myself her flushed cheeks were from the alcohol and changed the subject to shake off the feeling that I might be misunderstanding. Oh, by the way, you always rank high, don't you, Yuika? You're 20th this time, 3 spots up from before. That's really amazing. The top members are usually the same people. Breaking into that group requires an incomparable amount of effort compared to climbing from the bottom, which shows just how hard she must have worked.
Sales is all about guts. Listen up. No whining allowed. If there's a need, you go through fire or water.
There's a need even in places like that?
That's right. Whether the client is old or young, a man or a woman, a time traveler or an alien, a salesperson goes out to make the sale.
You're traveling through time and space? Anyway, it's been 3 months since I joined, so I can't make any more excuses. Yuika's encouragement and seeing her progress had ignited my competitive spirit. I'm gonna claw my way up, no matter what. With my motivation fired up, I aggressively made calls and visits during the day. At night, I stayed later than anyone else to do paperwork. During my commute and before bed, I analyzed target demographics. My goal was to simply work harder than anyone else in the department. But on the weekend, after days of long hours, I was exhausted. Still, I didn't want to compromise, so I chugged a coffee and turned my gaze back to the screen. Okay, at least this paperwork for today.
Good evening, Yuki.
Good evening. You're still here, Yuika?
Yeah, I was just organizing some documents in another room. Is there some work you can't finish? I can help you.
It's okay, I'll be able to leave soon. Thanks for your concern. Man, I'm really feeling how difficult it is to get high sales figures here. Every day, I'm reminded of how incredible you are, Yuika.
No, not at all.
Why are you able to work so hard? Getting to 20th place couldn't have been easy, right?
I'm just really competitive. I didn't want to make excuses about being a woman for my low rank, so I worked hard.
She told me that when she first joined, someone told her, "It's understandable because you're a woman," and that really frustrated her.
I know they were just trying to encourage me when my performance was improving, but I actually want to go even higher.
She's not satisfied even with her current rank, which is already amazing. Her unyielding competitive spirit and hunger, which weren't warped by this elite environment, are what allowed her to grow so much. The more I heard, the more I was amazed by her passion. At the same time, a question popped into my mind. A few days ago, someone from HR told me that you were the one who suggested headhunting me to our boss.
What? You found out? Oh, how embarrassing.
Yes, on my first day, the recruiter told me that this headhunting offer came to be because of your suggestion. At the time, I just assumed it was because we had a business connection, but the more I heard about her passion, the more I wondered. It's an honor to be recognized by someone as ambitious and accomplished as you, but why?
It's a given that I thought you had the potential to succeed at this company. But the truth is, when we worked on that deal before, I felt that your attitude towards work was the same as mine. So I thought if we worked at the same company, we could push each other to be better, and work would be even more fun. When they were considering it, others who had worked with you also welcomed the idea of headhunting you. I heard the HR department also contacted you based on your reputation in the industry as the immovable #1.
I see. Coming here, I've realized I can still grow a lot more. Thank you for suggesting they headhunt me. But now that we're in the same department, I won't lose. I'll catch up to you in no time.
Yes, I accept your challenge.
Around the time I was renewing my resolve and competing with Yuika, back at Urban Promote.
Hey, Kitaji, wanna go somewhere next weekend?
Sorry. I've got something to do.
They were also spending their own time in their own ways. 3 years had passed in a flash since I changed jobs and started competing with Yuika. One day, the HR manager came to my desk. "Manager, good afternoon. Is something wrong?" "Not at all. I'm honored if I was able to help. I'll continue to work hard." After our conversation, I nervously prepared for today's work and headed out.
Good afternoon, Yuki. You have a pitch for a new project today, right?
Yeah, I do. It directly affects my performance, so I need to be extra focused. I'm definitely going to win this contract, and I'm not going to lose to you.
All right. I have a pitch coming up soon too, so I won't lose either.
Encouraged by Yuika, I headed to the pitch with a renewed sense of purpose. Phew, just do what I always do and it'll be fine. Yuika cheered me on, so... I joined up with my team members, the creative lead and the planner, and we arrived at the office building where the pitch was being held. Pitches for new projects are high risk, high reward. If we win the contract, we get a great evaluation, but if we're rejected, all our preparation goes to waste. Just then, I was approached by a voice I didn't want to hear.
Well, if it isn't Yuki.
Ninose. Of all people, I ran into Ninose. I hadn't been told the names of the competing companies for this pitch. So this was the first I knew that Urban Promote was participating.
It's a shame you ran into me at a pitch after you finally managed to escape from me by changing jobs. I heard you switched jobs to broaden your career, but I'm sure that was just an excuse, right?
You'll see soon enough whether it's a lie or the truth. See you.
Oh, aren't you gonna ask about your beloved Kotoka?
The way you're bringing it up, I'm sure you two are getting along splendidly.
As if. Of course I dumped her. She fell for me just because I was a little nice to her. What a joke. It seems she didn't even realize I was only getting close to her to make you feel incompetent.
I figured as much. I have no lingering feelings for her, but even I have to frown at the way he treated her.
Now I'm the #1 salesperson at her company. On top of that, I was promoted to supervisor right after you left. So how about you?
I'm sure you are. As for me, I realized I was just a big fish in a small pond.
Suddenly so humble. It seems your experience of running away from me really got to you. Well, I'll be taking today's contract, so you can just sit there and bite your nails in frustration.
With that, Ninose returned to the conference room in high spirits. Shortly after, the pitch began.
He's working at Innovate Communications?
When I stood at the podium in the conference room and gave Ninose a look, his face turned bright red. He must have finally realized that I really did change jobs for career advancement. And so I began my presentation. Our team's well-coordinated and high-quality presentation raised attention among the other companies.
Thank you very much for your time today. We would like to propose a solution to your company's challenges.
Then, it was Urban Promote's turn. Ninose had no doubt that he would beat me in this pitch and win the contract. However, the client's reaction after he finished didn't seem promising, and he looked frustrated as he returned to his seat. Great job, the reaction was pretty good, right? I think we did well. After leaving the office, my team and I celebrated our promising performance. I was hoping to go home feeling accomplished, but...
Hey, I didn't hear anything about you being at Innovate Communications.
It was Ninose. He had come to vent his frustration from the pitch, completely forgetting his polite tone. I asked my other team members to go on ahead and decided to deal with him.
I became #1. There's no way I could lose to you, who ran away with your tail between your legs.
You're still obsessed with rankings, I see. Well, it's true that for a salesperson, rankings are important, but...
That's just a sore loser's excuse. If you're so great, tell me what your current rank is.
I'm 13th.
13? Haha, you're way below me. You talk as if there's something more important than rankings. And I thought it was just a loser's excuse, but it really is. Listen, it's natural for a salesperson to always aim for the top. To say there's something more important just because you can't get first place anymore is just running away. Don't you dare lecture me just because you got a job at a big company.
Greed is important for a salesperson, so in a way, what he's saying isn't wrong, but... That's if you're comparing salespeople at the same level. When I first transferred, I was forced to realize I was just a big fish in a small pond. I mean, at first, I was closer to the bottom than the top. In other words, being #1 in one place doesn't mean you have the same skill level everywhere else. It's a pretty obvious thing, really. So first, I properly accepted my own shortcomings and decided to just aim higher without worrying about my rank. If you're only satisfied with your rank, you'll never get any higher than that. Thanks to that, I was also able to get promoted to supervisor.
What?
Also, I don't know what you heard from our old boss, but I didn't run away. I was headhunted and changed jobs purely for career advancement.
What? Headhunted? I never got an offer like that.
Not every talented person gets headhunted, so there's some luck and timing involved. But I doubt anyone would want to recruit you as you are now. Not someone like you, who retaliates by stealing someone's girlfriend instead of improving yourself, and satisfies your ego by being #1 at a small company. Becoming #1 in sales is no easy feat. I'm sure you worked hard too, but if you get discouraged and resort to unfair methods, it all becomes meaningless. Is there any meaning in a #1 spot you got just because someone else left? You should focus on what's truly important. Perhaps something I said struck a chord, because he just groaned and said nothing. Seeing that he was no longer arguing back, I decided to leave. 2 weeks later, I received notice that her pitch had been accepted.
That's amazing, Yuki. You're sure to be a top performer again this time.
Thanks. It's all because you encouraged me. As I was catching up with Yuika while we walked.
Yuki!
Kotoka? What are you doing here?
came for a job interview. I'm so glad I got to see you at least.
You came for an interview? Were you skilled enough to pass the document screening?
I've been looking for you everywhere. A few months ago, I found out that Kitaji has a serious girlfriend outside of the company. Kitaji was only dating me to keep up appearances at work. He never had any feelings for me at all. So, I broke up with him and quit Urban Promote. Now, I'm job hunting.
That part is probably true. But from her reaction just now, it seems she didn't apply to this company just to get a job. How did you know I was here?
Well, your interview was posted on a job search website. When you're looking for a new job, you start with companies that have good benefits, right?
Come to think of it, I remember that my name and photo were visible on that website. I never thought I'd be found out from a place like that.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you no matter what. I'm sure you still have feelings for me, right?
After the way you broke up with me, you think I'd still have feelings for you? Besides, I've already met someone important who I can grow with.
Uh-huh? Wait, Yuki?
Yuika looked confused as I suddenly turned my gaze to her. But then, as if understanding the meaning behind my look, her cheeks flushed. For the past few years, I've been competing and growing with her. In that time, I've developed strong feelings for her.
And that was just a moment of confusion. And who is this woman? You used to love me so much.
A clear, sharp voice cut through our argument. I realized we were causing a scene inside the office and looked up to see the HR manager. I'm sorry, manager, to cause such a disturbance here. She was clearly furious. The manager's sharp gaze was fixed on Kotoka. I wondered what was going on.
No, this is,
So that's how Kotoka, who was clearly not skilled enough, managed to get an interview. By fabricating her achievements. The truth finally dawned on me, and the strange feeling I had made sense. I'm very sorry. It seems she wanted to talk to me, and used the job interview as an excuse. She probably thought if she got the job, great, and if not, she could at least use the interview as a pretext to find me. She was probably hoping to land a job at a good company, and get back at that spineless man who used and dumped her. I remembered how happy the HR manager was before my pitch, saying that someone with a great track record had applied. That must have included Kotoka, who had falsified her achievements. The disappointment upon learning her true nature must have been immense.
Please, he moved, so I don't know his address, and I couldn't even see him outside the office because I didn't know his work schedule. If I miss this chance, I'll never get another one. Oh wait, we're not done talking! Stop it!
It was the first time I had ever seen the calm HR manager so angry, but Kotoka's selfishness certainly warranted it. And so, Kotoka was forcibly removed from the premises and banned. Now, as for what happened to them after that. First, Ninose was thoroughly chewed out by his boss after that pitch.
Damn it! It's not enough that he lectured me, but now this!
After our confrontation, I had, of course, reported Ninose's behavior. Since I left on good terms, my message got through easily, and Ninose received a severe reprimand within the company. He got fed up with it, and, unlike me, tried to prove he could be number one at another company. He actually quit and attempted to switch to a major corporation, but...
I'm not getting any offers.
His applications would pass the screening, but he was rejected at every single interview, so he gave up on major companies. He compromised and managed to get a job at a publicly traded company, only to find out it was a sweatshop.
Damn it, I'll definitely become number one.
His obsession with being number one might be admirable in a way. Now, to meet his ridiculously high quotas and become number one again. He sometimes even sleeps at the office just to keep up. As for Kotoka, the fact that she had falsified her achievements spread throughout the industry, and she was blacklisted. As a result, she was rejected at the document screening stage for any similar job.
Not this one. Not this one either. Why?
In the end, she couldn't find a new job or a new boyfriend. She spends her days regretting her decision to dump me for another man. By the way, I have already apologized to the HR manager for the argument in the office. I got off with a light warning. After that, Yuika and I continued to push each other, constantly trading places in the sales rankings. Yuika, I want to thank you again. I'm where I am today because you recommended me. Thank you so much.
Oh, what's this all of a sudden? When you thank me so directly, it makes me feel guilty somehow.
Huh? What do you have to be guilty about?
Of course I recognized your skills and personality, but I was also attracted to you. I can't ever tell anyone that my feelings were mixed in with my recommendation.
I wonder if the day will ever come when I can hear those inner thoughts of hers. It's a feeling so strong, it would be a shame if she took it to her grave. Well, as for us competitors, around the time of that pitch, our relationship of just competing was no longer enough. I'd like to have fun with you sometimes, maybe go out on a date. What do you think? I love you.
Yuki! I love you too. Yes, of course.
Obsessing over being number one isn't a bad thing. But no matter how many times you win, it means nothing if there's no substance behind it. This time, I want to be a great boyfriend, not just a colleague. In fact, I want to be the number one boyfriend she's ever had.
I, Yugo Fujiyoshi, have a beautiful and top-performing twin sister. Her name is Miyu, a brilliant student who ranks first in our grade and is respected by everyone. But that's not the most notable thing about her.
Morning! Miyu, Yugo-kun, and Zombie-kun too.
As we were walking to school, my sister's friend, Masami Tsurumaki, greeted us. If you're wondering about that greeting, you're not mistaken. Yes, she said Zombie-kun. My sister always has her handmade plushie she calls My Zombie-kun attached to her bag. It's a unique-looking doll with uneven eyes and mismatched limbs.
Oh, I might be in trouble with yesterday's quiz. Hey, Zombie-kun, give me some blessings too.
She's smart, but a little odd. That's what most people say about my sister. If Zombie-kun really grants blessings, I want some too. The quiz I got back was barely passing, and I couldn't help but think that.
Oh dear, just scraping by again.
Mocking me like that was Masaka Isomura, a classmate. She's a top student too, so she could just compare herself with my sister, but for some reason, she always comes at me. Apparently, the only ones who got perfect scores on the quiz were my sister and Isomura. If I looked as good as my sister, I might delude myself into thinking Isomura's into me. But there's no way that's true. She clicked her tongue and looked down on me.
Your sister's really impressive. Compared to her, you're just... You're mocking Yugo again. I told you to stop, didn't I?
I turned to see my sister glaring from the back classroom door. It seemed she heard us from the hallway. You didn't have to come all the way here. Not just Isomura. People often compared me to my sister, but she always stood up for me. Not that that's the only reason, but I really admire my sister. After middle school, my sister went on to a top high school and entered a prestigious university as expected. Meanwhile, I went to a local high school and barely got into an okay college. With our paths diverging, the comparisons with my sister started to fade. Then at university, I got my first girlfriend, Naruko Kuwakata, from the manga club. We were friends for about a year, then I confessed.
Sure. I like you too, Fujiyoshi. But you know I'm super into my fandom stuff, right? I can't give that up. Will you still accept me?
Of course I accepted, I mean, Naruko's crush is a 2D character, so I wasn't jealous.
Thanks. Love and fandom, two separate stomachs, right?
Naruko, formerly Kuwakata, is a crafty otaku and often made fan merch.
How's this new outfit? I made it for my plushie.
Nice work. With Christmas coming up, I bet people would want to buy that. It was just a casual comment, but it sparked something in her. She duplicated the outfit using the pattern and leftover fabric. When she tried selling it online, it was a huge hit and got new orders too.
Wow! I made more than just the cost of materials. It turned into pocket money. I've got a great idea. How about we start a fan merch production and sales company together?
Student startup? Sure, but what's my role?
You'll be president and handle ops. You're in the business department anyway.
We started the company on a whim, but sales were good, and we ended up continuing it even after graduation. I never thought this would turn into a full-time job. Meanwhile, my top-performing sister graduated and got hired by a major company in another city. We both had bright futures, or so I thought.
I'm sorry. I quit my job. Can I live here again?
In less than 6 months, my sister suddenly came back home. My parents welcomed their worn-down daughter with warmth.
Of course. Welcome home, Miyu. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, the company was toxic. I just couldn't keep up.
It might have been her first real failure. Since then, she's been rather depressed. You said it was toxic, but was it really that bad?
Yeah, there was this skeleton senpai. Oh, super thin guy, my mentor. He was kind, but totally brainwashed by the company. He always looked like he was on edge with this creepy glowing eyes. A senpai? That's an overtime request, right?
Oh, the thing the section chief said. By this week? It's already Friday evening. Here, we don't say we can't do something. We try our best to make it happen. It's kind of idealistic, but we're like a family here, so I try to help where I can. So, let's give it our all, okay?
But I heard there's no overtime pay.
Well, yeah, newbies take longer, right? If the company had to pay for all that, it wouldn't survive. Don't worry, I'll help you.
Wait, you've been up 2 nights straight, right?
It's fine, really. I've still got caffeine pills. With this and an energy drink. Yes, it's kicking in. Transform, full power mode. This rush, I love it. Ah!
Oh, wow.
Hours later, his strength gave out, and he nearly collapsed in his chair.
Senpai, thanks to you I made the last train.
Good, good. I don't have the strength to go home, so I'll sleep in the office. You get home safe, okay?
Senpai, why do you push yourself so hard?
Because I feel joy in contributing to the company. That joy keeps me going.
Senpai! I hated the Black Company too, but watching my senior made me worried I'd end up like that. It scared me.
After hearing my sister out, I couldn't help but grimace inwardly. Skeleton Senpai, I hope you're doing okay. I'd heard the rumors, but that kind of company really exists, huh? You made the right call quitting. Time to move forward. But she didn't respond. After a pause, she murmured,
The reviews said it was a clean web management company.
From that day, she started shutting herself in her room. About a month later, Mom, who'd come home with cake, said,
Can you get Miyu? Let's eat together.
So I headed to her room. I walked down the hallway to her door, raised my hand to knock.
want Zombie-kun's toughness to keep standing up no matter how many times I fall.
I froze when I heard her mutter through the door.
I've always focused on meeting expectations, so now I don't even know what I want. Zombie-kun, what would you do right now?
She was so capable. Had she been struggling this whole time? Her fading voice tightened my chest. And I understood. What she needed wasn't gentle support from family. What I had to do was pull her up in place of the silent Zombie-kun. Sis, how about working with me? I stormed in without even knocking. Sure enough, she was hugging the oversized room's Zombie-kun and looked completely shocked.
What's going on?
Let's try working together. No worries about a black company at mine.
Wait, you mean I join your company? Your job is making merch for fans, right? Think I could do that?
You've always been into Zombie-kun stuff, kind of like fan culture. You might fit in better than you think. It'll be fine. Just think of it as a little refresh. What do you say?
Yeah, I can't stay like this forever.
Even if it's just until I find what I really want to do.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a try.
Later, at Naruko's apartment, which doubles as office and studio, Miyu and Naruko met for the first time.
So, you're the Miyu I've heard about. We needed more help. Perfect timing.
Naruko grabbed both her hands and shook them energetically. Seeing her sincerely welcoming Miyu, I felt relief. Thank goodness. I kinda roped her in without asking first.
So, what should I do?
You've made Zombie-kun stuff, right? Maybe you and Naruko could craft together. I thought a job different from before might be good for her, but she shook her head hard.
What? No way, I'm really clumsy.
Are you? Then is there something you'd like to try?
I'd rather help you, Yugo. You're selling through your website, right?
We do sell on a few platforms, but we want to focus more on our own site.
If I can manage or update that, I might actually be useful.
You're okay doing the same work as before?
Yeah, it was only 6 months, but I handled e-commerce and learned some SEO basics. What's SEO? It's search engine optimization, making your site rank higher in search results. If done right, it could boost sales too. Maybe. Wow, you can do that? How well? I don't know until I try. Would you do it? Sure, I'll give it my best.
Being relied on brought back her smile. She may be struggling, but she likes meeting expectations. And so, my sister took her first step forward at her company. 3 years flew by. We were now 25.
Hey, Yugo! This came in the mail.
She had gone to get the newspaper and came back with a school reunion invite. A 10-year middle school anniversary. A reunion, huh? Should I go? My schedule's open.
I kind of want to. Haven't seen old friends in ages.
If you want to go, let's go. I didn't really care either way, but she seemed into it, so I went. As soon as we entered, a woman called out.
Hey, long time no see. I recognized you two right away.
At first, I couldn't place her. Then it hit me. It was Tsuburaya, my sister's friend. You've grown up a lot, Tsuburaya.
You think? Thanks. Hearing that from you, Yugo, is kind of surreal. Whoa, you still have Zombie-kun? Wait, that one's a little different, isn't it?
She quickly spotted the Zombie-kun still hanging from Miyu's bag.
Yeah, this is the 3rd version. I'm getting better at making them. You've always been super into Zombie-kun.
Tsuburaya claps and bows, maybe hoping for some good luck. That move's nostalgic too. You used to say, No, Zombie-kun's mine, a lot.
I heard you got into a big company but quit after 6 months. Was it black or something? Are you okay?
After a pause, Tsuburaya asked a hard-to-answer question.
What? You quit after just 6 months? The genius has fallen, huh?
A snide voice came from another direction. I immediately knew who it was, Isomura.
Black companies are just an excuse. So what are you doing now? Don't tell me you're training to be a bride. I'm helping with Yugo's work. Helping family. That's just sad.
She suddenly appeared and started mocking my sister non-stop. Maybe because she finally felt superior to her, the alcohol probably helped.
Cut it out, Masaka. Everyone's job is different.
When my sister stayed quiet, Tsuburaya stepped in to stop Masaka.
Wasn't Yugo doing his own thing? Like starting a company or something? Huh. Probably just some tiny startup.
Yeah, it's a small company, but is there a problem? But ever since my sister joined, our sales suddenly tripled, and we had to hire more people because we're short-handed.
Tripled? What the hell?
My sister is still amazing. Even though she was mentally scarred by a toxic company, she still brought back practical skills as a souvenir.
You're exaggerating.
No, I'm not. My sister may play down her role as just helping, but she's now an indispensable partner in my work. Our annual revenue has grown tenfold in the past 3 years. You still want to look down on us? When I stared at Isomura, she visibly shrank back. Isomura's tone deflated as she...
Fine. Enjoy raising your little company.
She spat that out and stormed off. When I peeked, she was angrily tapping away at her phone.
She's at it again.
What do you mean?
Isomura's on SNS. She's venting about what just happened. Look. Ugh, Fujiyoshi's little bro was so annoying. What is syscon? Hashtag so frustrated.
Peeking at Tsurumi's phone, I saw Isomura's SNS. My last name was publicly outed.
Isomura uses real names when she vents, so you should be careful. I'll send you her account. You should check it sometimes. You never know what she's writing.
At her suggestion, I check on my own phone. My name only appeared in the latest post, so it didn't seem too bad, but...
Sato, quit leaving right on the dot all the time. Hashtag workplace stress. Ugh. Who wants to hear Nakamura's war stories? Everyone thinks you're annoying. Hashtag nosy coworker. Ugh, Yamanaka wouldn't approve my vacation. Now I can't go to my fave idol's concert. Hashtag company, hashtag frustrated.
She regularly rants about her bosses and coworkers with real names. That concerned me. Surprisingly, judging by the posts, Isomura's also into fandom activities. I look up from my phone and sigh while exchanging a nod with Tsurumi. Then after a short pause, my sister quietly asks,
So, who was that girl again? You didn't even recognize her?
I thought she seemed more reserved than back in middle school, so that's why. In the end, Isomura was totally ignored by my sister. What a pitiful soul. Later, I found myself in line at a collab cafe event with Naruko. She invited me and my sister because she couldn't try all the collab menu items alone. But, looking around, it's mostly women, and I feel completely out of place. Am I seriously the only guy here?
Not true. Look, there's another boyfriend over there. So many unique outfits. Naruko, you're dressed differently too.
After about an hour in line, we were finally shown to our table, when Naruko greeted the person next to us.
Sorry for intruding. Sure, wait. Fujiyoshi's little brother and sister?
Ugh, Isomura. What terrible luck. It was Asaka in full fan armor.
Huh? What's going on? You know her?
Yeah, middle school classmate. There was some drama at the recent reunion.
Why are you at a women's collab cafe? Gross.
I'm here with my girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Isomura eyes Naruko suspiciously.
Huh. Having a boyfriend and doing fandom stuff? That's not real passion. That's not true. Romance and fandom are totally separate. And your fave is that ugly handmade plushie, right? Cheating much? It's not cheating. I'm just tagging along.
Ignoring my overwhelmed sister, Isomura continues.
Well, whatever. Since we're here, I'll show you what real fandom looks like.
She points to her table.
Of course, I came solo and completed the whole menu myself.
You just don't have anyone to come with, do you?
Shut up!
She stands up, proudly showing off her outfit.
And this. My outfit and merch all match my fave's theme color. Even a single can badge is protected in a Chin Cane cover. That's real fandom.
Asaka finishes bragging, but Naruko suddenly pipes up.
Oh, that can badge keychain is one of our new products. Huh. Look, I saved this one for myself. It's the same, just a different color.
The badge keychain Naruko pulls out is exactly the same as Asaka's.
Wait, don't tell me your business is making fandom merch. Now that I look, you're using a bunch of our stuff. Thanks.
Naruko's oblivious comment makes Asaka grimace.
I'm not using them because I like them or anything.
You clearly care. Just admit it already.
I'm leaving.
And so, Isomura stormed out in frustration. Later, I checked her SNS. Sure enough, she was losing it.
Damn Fujiyoshi siblings! My precious day off ruined! Hashtag so frustrated! I can't believe I messed up picking my fandom gear. Hashtag fandom fail. Hashtag frustrated.
It got so bad she even posted a pic of our products thrown in the trash. But then, after a while of peace, I noticed something weird on Isomura's SNS. Most of her posts suddenly became inaccessible. My sister contacted Tsurumi about it.
Oh yeah, turns out her real name posts finally got discovered at work, and she got a disciplinary pay cut.
Sorry for being a boss who wouldn't approve your time off, Asaka, while you tried to sneak away to your fave's concert during a workload spike.
No, that was...
In the end, she was suspended for a week and had her pay docked for 3 months. Thankfully, it seems she never revealed client info.
Around the same time, her social media started blowing up with insane backlash almost daily.
Rumor has it the people she named are out for revenge.
What the hell? What is this?
That alone would be bad enough, but someone finally filed a police report, and now she's facing charges for insult and defamation. She's also being sued for damages by multiple people, and more victims are filing reports by the day. Because of that, she can't even quit her job. She sold all her merch and became a corporate slave, just grinding for her paycheck. Meanwhile, on our end, one weekend Naruko came over to my place. When my sister mentioned she was about to make a 4th Zombie-kun, Naruko said she wanted to see the previous one.
Ah, I think I just figured it out.
While observing them in my sister's room, Naruko suddenly said that, and her eyes drifted toward me.
Zombie-kun's model is Yugo, isn't it? What? How? No one's figured it out for over 10 years. I've been crafting things forever. Maybe that's why. Seeing them in order, I kind of just got it.
Wait, Zombie-kun is me? A flashback hits me. I remember the first time I found that plushie in my sister's room. Sis, what's that plushie?
Well,
I got it. It's a zombie, right?
yeah, a zombie plushie, cute, right?
From then on, she called that plushie Zombie-kun, and even started carrying it around. So that naming was just a misunderstanding caused by how bad the first one looked. So, my sister's favorite was me? When I say that, my sister looks down, clearly embarrassed.
It's weird, right? Making a plushie of your little brother? No, not at all. I think it's beautiful that my boyfriend is someone's favorite. Love and being a fan are two different things.
It's honestly a little embarrassing, but I'm happy. Just like I admired my sister, she saw something special in me too.
I've always been clumsy, so I only knew how to read the room and meet expectations. But you were always doing your own thing. Even when you messed up, you stood up on your own.
She hugged Zombie-kun tightly and smiled shyly.
I admired that. I wanted to be like you.
That mutual support helps us overcome hardship. Maybe it's the same with being a fan. By the way, my sister contacted Skeleton Senpai after a long time and told him about her fave. Yes! Having a fave makes you invincible. Transform! Max motivation! Right around then, the official energy drink character dropped, and he got totally hooked. Apparently, it turned him even more into a corporate slave. My sister told me with despair. Also, she failed to headhunt him. At least he only drinks one a day. So, everyone, be careful not to stand the wrong thing. Wishing Skeleton Senpai the best.
Huh? Don't give me orders, okay? Who do you think you are?
No, I just thought you didn't really get the purpose of the project, so I was trying to explain.
Mind your own business. I'm a T University graduate. Don't lump me in with some third-rate college grad like you.
I was just trying to cover for a coworker who got scolded by the boss, and ended up getting completely trashed instead. My name's Seita Tsurumaki. I'm 23, first year on the job, working at Benkei Publishing, a mid-tier company ranked about 6th or 7th in the industry. I've told you before, judging people just by their college is not cool. And for the record, you calling me a third-rate grad when I see myself as a 1.5 tier is just ridiculous. That's Eiko Kakono. She's a fellow first-year editor, one of the few T University grads in the company, constantly bragging about it.
Seems like you still don't get how amazing it is to graduate from the top university in Japan, Tsurumaki-kun. You were even trying to do something a phase above the project's intent earlier. Not that you'd understand anyway.
We're both on the weekly Benkei editorial team, a men's news magazine website. We see each other every day, but it's always like this, me getting torn apart. We're still first years. Shouldn't we focus on the basics rather than trying to do one phase up stuff?
Well, sure. A third-rate grad who can't even do the basics should stick to that. Do your best.
With a glare, Eiko walks away in a huff. Tetsuka, you've got to hear this. There's this T-Uni girl in my company. Just like you, foul-mouthed and awful. Every time my damage meter maxes out from Eiko's abuse, I call up my high school buddy for drinks.
Man, stop whining like a kid. And don't lump all T-Uni grads together. We're not the same.
Tetsuka was the first in our high school to make it to T-University, then got into Irito Publishing, the industry's top dog, a certified genius. Yeah, you don't brag about your degree, but that always has a comeback thing, exactly the same.
So this girl's probably got the same twisted great personality as me, huh?
I'm not joking. What am I supposed to do with her? This job was my lifelong dream. I just want to make it a good place to work.
Right, you've been a huge fan of Inoki Jintaro forever.
Yeah, my bookshelf at home's filled with every single book he's ever written. He debuted in Weekly Benkei, the very magazine that discovered him.
But a T-Uni grad at Benkei Publishing? Almost unheard of until now?
She's smart, sure, but honestly doesn't do much and gets scolded all the time.
Well, since my buddy's begging me, I'll do a roundup with what data I've got.
Apparently, roundup just means a summary in Totsuka speak. That night, he gave me a full crash course on T-Uni girl habits and countermeasures. Spring rolled around again, and I became a second year. The Weekly Benkei team got a new recruit, and she turned out to be yet another T-University alum.
I'm Haru Yamabuki. It's a pleasure to work with you.
She greeted everyone cheerfully, warm and friendly, with a smile that lit up the room. 2 T-Uni grads in 2 years at this company? Practically unheard of.
Tsurumaki, you're in charge of training Yamabuki. Start from the basics and teach her well.
Me?
I look forward to working with you, Tsurumaki-san.
Same here. My stomach dropped at the thought of having to mentor another mysterious T-Uni girl. Within just a few days, my fears proved completely unfounded.
How about this project proposal? I made sure it aligns with the editorial vision.
Wow, that's good enough to get approved in a meeting straight away. But here's the thing, they want both quality and quantity. For a weekly magazine, you've got to prep at least 5 proposals for every meeting, ideally 7. It's tough, but that's the job. New hires on weekly magazines usually struggle with this. Juggling article deadlines while prepping proposals for future issues. It's hard at first. If you ever don't have enough proposals, you can rework some of my old rejected ones. But before I could finish, Haru smiled and handed me more proposals.
Thank you, but I'm fine. I've got tons of drafts saved from my student days. Though the first one I showed you is my favorite, so the rest are a bit embarrassing.
Even those embarrassing ones were way above what you'd expect from a rookie.
Excuse me? But what's with you? Acting so timid around some third-rate college grad guy? We're T-University women. You shouldn't be so meek at work.
Eiko puffed herself up, talking down like a proper senior.
I may have graduated from T-University, but that's irrelevant right now.
Huh?
I'm a newcomer here, and Tsurumaki-san is my mentor. He explains things very clearly, and everyone else has been kind enough to teach me too. My goal is to stay humble, learn fast, and become an asset to the company as soon as possible. So please, Kakuno-san, I look forward to your guidance as well.
What the? Are you really a T-Uni grad? Where's your pride?
She stood her ground with a smile and said what she truly believed, and I was impressed all over again. Skilled, meticulous, humble, and friendly. It didn't take long for everyone in the office to adore Haru.
I heard you handled 3 articles solo this week. You're already a real asset. Incredible for a first year.
And all on time with room to spare, right? Totally different level from my rookie days. As expected from T-Uni.
Thank you, but I still have a lot to learn. Please keep teaching me.
Before long, she'd become the office's beloved Madonna. The editor-in-chief told me you requested weekly Benkei on your placement form during training? One break at work, I asked about something I've been curious about.
Yes, it was my first choice.
Well, that's unusual. We do have female editors, but it's a men's magazine. Most didn't exactly hope for this department.
Yeah. Even during my job interview, they asked me over and over, do you really want this?
That's pretty rude of them.
Right? Totally.
Guess you do pout like that sometimes.
Well, I'm just an ordinary girl, you know.
We glanced at each other and laughed. No doubt now, she really did want to be here.
It's because of my dad. Ever since I was little, we always had weekly Benkai at home, so I felt attached to it.
Huh? Really? But there's nothing in our magazine a kid could even read.
I used to look up the kanji I didn't know and read it anyway. People always said it was a weird hobby.
That's amazing. Sure, Yamabuki's brilliance is mostly from her own effort, but maybe her upbringing helped too.
Tsurumaki, what made you want to join Weekly Benkei? The other seniors said you had a special passion for it.
Oh, well, I had this novelist I loved, and their debut series ran in Weekly Benkei. So I always dreamed of working for a magazine like that, and that's why I applied to Benkei Publishing. They had a tough road, debuted at 40, and now it's their 10th year as an author. They wrote about the struggles of youth in real life, and it really helped me during my sensitive middle and high school years.
That's a wonderful story. By the way, that author you loved is... Hey! How long are you going to flirt and chatter with this third-rate graduate? That's harassment, you know.
She cut us off with a ridiculous accusation, glaring the whole time.
No! I was the one who asked Tsurumaki for his valuable insight. Valuable? What could you possibly learn from some third-rate guy like him? Don't let the flattery go to your head. You're from Todai. Start acting like it and learn your job already. Yes, I'm sorry.
Maybe Yamabuki's just another easy target for her, in a different way than me. Kakano-san, that's not fair. I tried to speak up, but she ignored me and stormed out of the break room. I had to think of something fast. With that on my mind, I went back to work. That day, after clocking out and leaving the office building...
Ah, Kakano, good work today. Italian for dinner?
Of course. Thanks as always.
She was meeting up with one of our designers outside the building, smiling softly in a way she never did with us. I wondered, maybe he's a Todai grad too? Sorry, Tatsuka. I thought all Todai grads were the same, but I was wrong. As usual, we were out drinking, but today's topic wasn't Kakano, it was Yamabuki. This year's new hire from Todai is amazing. Just a few weeks in and already a real asset, but she's still humble.
See? Todai's got all kinds. The geniuses, the clueless, the foul-mouthed, the modest. That's Todai.
Yeah, Kakano and Yamabuki might as well be different species.
Kakano? Is she what's been weighing on you?
Oh? Huh? Guess I never told you her name before. As soon as I did, Totsuka frowned, lost in thought. What's wrong?
Wait, my brilliant brain's working overtime to remember something. Don't interrupt.
He kept thinking hard, but nothing came to him right away.
Maybe it's nothing. Anyway, don't let your guard down, Tsurumaki. Got it?
I had no idea what his brilliant brain remembered, but his rare serious look made me nod without a word. Weeks passed with Yamabuki doing solid work, but then something changed.
Yamabuki, is this photo even right? It's out of focus. I told you last week your checking wasn't thorough enough.
He's angry looking at the galley, which is a sample print for final proofreading.
This time, it was just a blurry reference photo, but if it had been a headshot, it could have sunk the whole magazine.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My fault for not checking properly.
As her mentor, I rushed over immediately. I'm sorry too. I checked it myself. There's no way the photo was this bad.
But it's right here in the galley. If I'd missed it, it'll go straight to print.
Yes, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It was caught early, but Yamabuki was left in shock. Sure, she's been juggling a lot of projects lately, but how could a mistake like this happen? I tried to comfort her, wondering what was really going on, but then... Next week, despite triple checking, another photo error slipped through on Yamabuki's page.
What is going on? Another bad photo, Yamabuki?
Sorry.
It happened while I was out on assignment, another messed up galley from her section. The mistakes were piling up. The editor-in-chief was beyond angry, just tired of it.
This is what happens when you spoil a newbie just because she seemed competent. I've warned her plenty of times. Now she's dragging Toad-Eye's name through the mud.
I'm sorry.
Editor-in-chief, I suggest removing Yamabuki from article duties for now. It's the only way to protect the editorial team. Just make her Tsurumaki's assistant or something.
Yeah, we'll discuss it once Tsurumaki's back.
I'm back. Just as I returned, I picked up on the whole situation from Yamabuki's face alone.
Leaving your precious newbie crying because you were absent when it mattered, huh? Well, with a third-rate mentor like you, this is the best she can do.
You okay, Yamabuki?
Tsurumaki?
Hey! Don't ignore me!
I ignored Kakuno's venomous glare and went straight to checking on Yamabuki. Then I turned to the editor-in-chief. Sorry, I was out on urgent reporting.
But about the blurry photo in Yamabuki's article, you checked too, right?
Yes, of course. Yet somehow, after upload, the image was intentionally blurred.
What? That's impossible! The printing company wouldn't sabotage us.
Right, the file was already altered before it reached them.
So it was you two after all?
No, look at this. I showed him the photo I'd taken of the final layout before submission, no blur at all. But once it hit the server, it was corrupted.
You're saying it's a system glitch?
No, it's someone interfering between us and the printer.
What? The designer?
When creating weekly magazine pages, editors give the rough layout, but the finer details are handled by the designer. Using design software, they arrange the photos, place the title, and put the manuscript text with the right line and character count. And then send it out to the printing company that makes the proofs. That's the outsourced designer's job. I didn't want to believe it either, but he confessed just a moment ago. That's why I was away. Come in, please. At my cue, the designer in charge of Weekly Benkei rushes in, and immediately drops to his knees in front of the editor-in-chief.
I'm terribly sorry. I was the one who edited those photos.
The confession shocks everyone into silence, except for Kakono, who has gone white as a sheet.
Why on earth would you do that? A photo blunder could destroy the magazine entirely.
I thought if I added obvious blurring, the editor-in-chief would catch it and it'll never go to print. It was on Eiko Kakono's orders.
Everyone's gaze whips to Kakono.
What? Why are you telling them everything? Are you stupid? Aren't you worried about your husband finding out?
He admits his weakness, saying he'll take responsibility and already confessed to his wife, handling her divorce papers.
Desperate to sabotage Yamabuki's work, Kakono seduced the designer into an affair, then blackmailed him into altering the photos on Yamabuki's articles.
You begged me to keep quiet, and now you confess to your husband? What the hell? If you were going to be this loose-lipped, I never would have gotten involved with you. I look like an idiot now.
Ignoring the situation, she lashes out at her affair partner until the editor-in-chief's patience finally snaps.
Enough! In journalism, deliberate fabrication is unforgivable. Be ready for severe consequences.
Until her punishment is finalized, Kakono is placed on home suspension. The designer she dragged into wrongdoing is also suspended pending disciplinary action.
But they're not really going to fire me, right? I'm a T University graduate. The magazine wasn't actually harmed. I just taught that cocky newbie a lesson.
She mutters excuses to herself as she lounges on the sofa, repeatedly searching on her phone out of growing anxiety.
T University Alumni Support Group?
She stumbles upon such a group on SNS and grins to herself.
Perfect! They'll know my worth here.
Just in case, she decides to attend one of their networking parties to line up her next job. But the event is full of T University grads from top firms networking and exchanging ideas. A second-year employee trying to switch jobs after a scandal? No one gives her the time of day.
What is this? It's just like college all over again.
Hey, you there.
Huh?
I only remembered after you hit a 10 on SNS. You're Eiko Kakono, right?
Blocking her way was Tetsuka, apparently an organizer of the group.
Huh? Who are you? How do you know that?
Tetsuka, the freshman rep of our college club. Though you quit right away, guess you don't remember me. You came in bragging non-stop about how you were a child genius in high school. Everyone hated it. We called you Glory Days. At T University, everyone's a prodigy. No one wanted to hear that crap.
Yes, Tetsuka had known her briefly in college. That night at the bar, he'd been racking his brain because her surname sounded familiar.
So, you're at Benkei Publishing now? A buddy of mine says he's your coworker.
Your buddy? We don't have any T University grads there.
My buddy's not from T University. What? Did you deliberately pick a firm with no T University alumni to stand out?
So what if I did? I might have been overlooked at T University, but at Benkai I'm a star.
That's a lie. Word is you bullied a talented junior and now you're isolated at work. I'm an organizer here. Don't underestimate my info network.
Totsuka-senpai!
It's Haru Yamabuki, also a T University grad, arriving at the party.
Why are you here?
Huh? Kokono-san? Oh, Totsuka-senpai helped me a lot in college.
What? So you've been telling him everything?
Not just her. Like I said, my buddy at Benkei fills me in too. Funny, Yamabuki had the skills for our elite publishing house, yet chose Benkei. Unlike a certain someone, it wasn't to avoid other T University grads. Still a mystery to me.
What? I had to give back to Benkai Publishing. And I found someone wonderful there.
Ah, him. He's a good guy, isn't he?
Yes! I was shocked when I heard from you he was your high school buddy, but Tsurumaki-san is so kind and capable.
Tsurumaki? No way. That third-rate guy's a T University grad? Impossible!
Well, he's my friend. He's a bit cautious, always needs someone to talk things through. But he's a rare guy, treats juniors, coworkers, friends, everyone with respect.
Absolutely! I'm so glad he's been my mentor.
The two keep chatting happily, leaving Kakono completely ignored and isolated. Then...
Good thing that third-rate senior with zero humanity didn't become your mentor. Would have tainted T University's name.
Huh? Oh, you're right. That's so true.
Unable to endure Totsuka's piercing stare, Kakono bolts from the party. Later, Eiko Kakono is severely reprimanded and reassigned to the so-called banishment basement office.
I'm a T University graduate! A basement? This is insane!
Even if no actual damage was done, without any sign of remorse, she can't escape that warehouse assignment. Having paid alimony for the affair, she can't quit either, so for now she lies low in that gloomy basement. Meanwhile, Benkei Publishing permanently blacklists the entire design firm that employed the rogue designer. Taking the fall, the designer is fired from his agency, losing both his job and his wife. Now, he's struggling to find new work.
Thank you so much for guiding me until today, Tsurumaki. Thanks to you, I finally feel like I can stand on my own.
It's the last day of my 6-month newbie training. After work, Yamabuki invited me out for drinks, and we came to a slightly fancy izakaya. I really only explained the rules and basics. It's all thanks to your hard work and talent, Yamabuki.
Today, to thank you for everything, there's someone I want you to meet.
Someone you want me to meet?
Nice to meet you. I've heard you've been looking after my daughter. Thank you so much.
Appearing with a gentle smile was Yamabuki's father. That person was... What? Mr. Jintaro Inoki? You're her dad? Yes, the very novelist I'm a huge fan of. The one who inspired me to aim for weekly Benkei.
I heard you own every one of my novels. Thank you again. My daughter's told me a lot about you, and I've always wanted to meet you.
She told me how she grew up with weekly Benkei in the house, how she always says she wanted to give something back. Now everything makes sense. Yamabuki grew up with just her father, who worked another job while chasing his dream of becoming a novelist. Having seen his struggles up close, she wanted to repay Weekly Benkei, the magazine that helped him debut, so she joined the company.
I'm sorry I kept it a secret. I thought if I told you, you might hold back with me.
I see. Whether it was meeting my favorite author or witnessing the strong bond between father and daughter, my vision blurred at the edges.
Tsurumaki, I've heard a lot about you from Haru. The training period's over, but I hope you'll keep looking out for her from now on.
Wait, does that mean...
Dad, I told you not to say that today.
In this wonderful encounter, education doesn't matter. This was earned by staying true and sincere to dreams and to people. Forgetting her father was watching, Yamabuki looked down shyly as I took a deep breath, ready to confess.
My name is Yuki Tsurumori. I got hooked on writing scripts after joining the drama club in college. And after graduation, I decided to pursue the path of a scriptwriter as a fourth-year university student. I want to properly learn the basics first. I've been self-taught until now. It's not easy, but even so, the strong desire to challenge myself pushed me forward.
Yuki?
Calling my name and running over to me is Hanashima Chika. We're in different departments, but we met at last year's school festival and have been dating since. Chika, wanna go cafe hopping again this weekend?
Sure. I want to go to that place that's trending on Lovesta.
From the start, she was beautiful and down-to-earth girlfriend. And on top of that, she worked hard to look good for me. Even learned to cook for me. She was truly hardworking. Wanted to be a man worthy of her, I learned to cook, practice escorting, and even brush up on table manners I never paid attention to before. But...
Yuki, let's break up.
right before graduation, she suddenly told me she wanted to break up. What's going on? Did I do something wrong?
No, that's not it. You see, I realized something. I was working hard to become a woman worthy of you, but at some point I thought, wow, I've become such an amazing woman.
Yeah.
So, I think there's probably a guy out there who's even more suited for me.
The expression on her face wasn't one I remembered from the girl I knew.
Sure, Yuki. Your cooking is delicious and your escorting is great. But honestly, if we're talking light and dark, you're on the dark side. And you're not even that tall, right? In short, you're just not enough for me. For a gorgeous woman like me who's all prepped to be a perfect wife, only a tall, high-income, high-education prince like Hadi will do.
I realized then, the girl I had imagined a future with was no longer here. Got it. If that's how you feel. And just like that, I broke up with a girlfriend I'd been with for a little over a year. The words, "You were prettier before all this," I swallowed as a final bit of kindness. And maybe a tiny jab. Hey, Obikawa-san.
Oh, Yuki-kun.
How's it going? 4 years later, I was now steadily making my way as a scriptwriter. Not bad, I guess.
Haha, sure. Today's a special day, isn't it?
This is my go-to cafe, and he's Obikawa-san, the owner.
How's the writing coming along?
I've been pulling all-nighters.
Oh boy, that sounds rough. You're a hit writer now, after all.
It's all thanks to you and everyone around me, Obikawa-san. Really, I'm grateful.
It's a good thing to have a heart full of gratitude. It shows you're trying to be kind to others. I've got a friend who also values kindness. He's someone I look up to myself.
Sounds like a great friend.
Yeah, I meet up with him pretty often. Maybe I'll invite him for drinks next week.
Just as we were chatting, the door opened, and there she was.
What a coincidence.
Huh? Chika. It was Chika, whom I hadn't seen since we broke up 4 years ago. I froze in surprise.
You know her, Yuki-kun?
She's actually my ex. Do you know her too, Obikawa-san?
She's been lurking around the shop lately. Maybe she's been waiting for you?
No way. I mean, she's the one who dumped me.
Hey, no one's seating me?
My apologies then.
It's fine. There's a spot next to Yuki, so I'll sit there. Honestly, this old-fashioned place.
Well, I'll bring you some water.
You have coffee, right? Just bring me whatever.
Understood. I'll prepare a house blend.
Why are you here?
No reason. I just happened to walk in and saw you. Maybe it's fate.
Really? That was obviously a lie. Back when we were dating, she never really liked these retro cafes. I doubt her tastes have changed much, and I can't imagine her choosing this place herself. Was she really waiting for me here? But why? To get back together? No way.
Here's your coffee and a side of pickles.
What is this? A beef fold joint? I don't need pickles. It's supposed to be milk and sugar.
And here's the red ginger.
Again? This isn't a beef bowl place. Old man, just zip it, will you? Sheesh. Anyway, Yuki, I hear your scriptwriting career is going well. Back in college, I always thought you might have talent, you know?
But Chika, you never ever read my scripts, did you?
Was that so? Well, still, I always thought you were talented. Hey, that movie that got popular was super entertaining. What was the name again? The flower in the title. What was it called?
Nameless Flower. It has no name. Did you actually watch it?
I did. It was hilarious, moving, a total emotional roller coaster.
Wow, shallow comment. So, Chika, how about you? Still at Araishi Foods?
Of course. I mean, who else but me could land a job at such a big name company?
Right. After graduating, Chika got a job at Araishi Foods, a huge corporation. I remember how much she bragged about it once she got the offer.
And now I'm already a team lead. At 26, I'm the youngest in Arishi Foods history to make team lead.
Really? That's impressive.
Not many people can say they're dating someone on the fast track at a big company, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Not sure though.
Oh, and I was almost picked as a model for one of the commercials.
Really?
Well, in the end, I let Maki Tomonaga have it.
Maki Tomonaga is a popular actress who's been in commercials, dramas, and movies.
She's pretty, though not as much as me.
Well, I guess so.
The president actually said, I want Hanashima-san. But I thought it'd be better to let a celebrity have the stage.
Huh? I had my thoughts, but for now, I just kept listening.
So, if you cozy up to me now, you might get some nice perks, you know. Who knows? Maybe I'll make my celebrity debut and star in one of your scripts. I'm pretty popular at the company. The president even said he's more of a fan of mine than Maki Tomonaga.
Oh, about that Maki Tomonaga? Just as I was about to speak, the phone I'd left on the table started ringing. Looked like a call was coming in. Sorry, I need to take this.
Here's your water.
Now? Took you long enough.
Leaving Chika snapping at Obikawa across the counter, I answered the phone. Hello?
Yu-kun, are you already at the cafe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'll head over now.
Sure. Take your time getting here if you can.
Take my time? Why? Hey, who's that? A girl?
Well, yeah. I'm on the phone, so cut it out.
A girl, huh? Knowing you, you're probably dating some plain country girl, right? Drop her already.
Subtly, Chika spoke loudly. I hastily covered the phone, but it was too late. Hey, you didn't have to say that so loud.
What was that just now?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of a little mess here. I'll call you back, sorry. I quickly hung up. Hey, you didn't have to say that so loud. What if she overheard?
Oops. Was my voice that loud? Didn't mean to. Maybe my true feelings slipped out. I've always been bad at hiding them, you know?
She says that, but it was obviously on purpose. I wanted to snap at her, but I knew it was pointless. When in against the hassle, I swallowed my words. How long are you planning to stay here? Didn't you have work?
What are you talking about? I cleared my schedule for today. Hey, forget that country girl and go out with me again, won't you?
Huh? What are you saying? Weren't you the one who said I wasn't good enough for you?
Well, that was what I thought at the time, but I guess you're the best after all.
I see. Well, sorry, but I'm turning you down. I never said it before, but I actually thought you were prettier back then.
Don't say that. Look, Yuki, you're handsome and amazing, you know? Your career's going great, right? And you're perfect with cooking, escorting, and table manners. I realized you're actually a dream guy. So yeah, I think we're meant to be after all.
Well, yeah. I did try to be the kind of guy who'd suit you back then. But I'll say it again. I'm turning you down. I'm not interested in someone who dumped me saying I wasn't good enough, only to come crawling back. More than anything, I'm already with someone else.
What? Come on! You're bored with that country girl, right?
Hey, you've been calling her country girl over and over.
Besides, I'm way cuter, right? Plus, I'm the youngest team lead, a career woman, and more popular than most actors. There's no girl out there as perfect as me, right? Okay, now that's settled. Let's ditch this old-fashioned place. I'll cover the bill, no worries.
Hey, wait!
Ma'am, please don't cause a disturbance.
I realized I'd have to physically push her away, even if it risked hurting her. Just as I braced myself for that,
Huh? Yu-kun?
the cafe door swung open, and in walked my girlfriend. Maki, stay outside for a second, it's dangerous.
Huh? Maki? Huh? Wait a second. Are you Maki Tomonaga?
Yes, the person I was waiting for here was none other than the actress Maki Tomonaga.
Well, why is the real Maki Tomonaga here? Hi there. Yukun, heading somewhere?
No, not really. I just ran into my ex from college, and it got messy. By the way, I heard she's the youngest team lead at Araishi Foods. Do you know her?
Huh? Youngest team lead? I actually met the Araishi Foods president and a team lead once. They said that person was the youngest team lead.
So, it was a lie.
No, that's...
And that thinks about giving up the Araishi Foods commercial to Maki.
Huh? Giving up? I heard from the president they wanted to cast me from the start. They said they'd be dying to do a CM with me.
So the president's fan wasn't Chika, but Maki. Well, I wondered why they'd use a random person. What a ridiculous lie.
That was just, a misunderstanding, or mixed up info. Not like I meant to lie. Anyway, wait. You two know each other?
Know each other? We're dating. She's my girlfriend, and, well, actually now.
Girlfriend? Maki Tomonaga's your girlfriend? Then the person you were on the phone with just now. Hey, Yukun? Was the person you were on the phone with just now this lady?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Nice to meet you, country girl. I'm Maki Tomonaga. Well, that was, sorry. It's just, that's the first time in this job I've ever been called a country girl, so I was a bit surprised. By the way, what exactly do you mean by country girl? No, it's not a bad thing, really. I mean...
Looks like she heard everything. Turns out actresses are scary when they get angry.
What is this? This wasn't supposed to happen.
Thanks for waiting. Here's your beef bowl.
Beef bowl? That's real? Why now of all times?
Here's milk and sugar for your preference.
I wanted that with my coffee. What are you, some kind of clown? Still the same as ever, Obikawa-san.
Maki-chan, welcome.
Hello, Obikawa-san.
Wow, it's amazing to have a popular actress and hit scriptwriter gathered in my little shop.
Come on now, Obikawa-san. You've been knowing us since before we got famous.
Exactly. This is where I first met Yukun.
I'll keep coming by like usual.
What is this? You're all having fun leaving me out? So annoying, so annoying! Wait.
Suddenly, I heard the sound of a camera next to us. I turned to see Chika aiming her phone camera at us. Hey, what are you doing?
Come on, it's fine, right? You're a cute couple, aren't you?
Hey, cut it out! Don't take pictures without permission. No matter how much I protested, the shutter sound kept going from Chika's phone.
Look. As expected of today's hottest couple, right? Such clear shots. I mean, why not let more people see this photo? Let's have tons of people celebrate you too.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm saying... I'm going to take this photo to a tabloid and get you two in a hot scoop. That's what I'm saying.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Don't you think it'll make a great article? You think so too, right, country girl? Well, what now? If you both get on your knees and beg, maybe I'll forgive you.
Chika's momentum was only increasing. And no matter what we said, it would just pour oil on the fire. Meanwhile, Maki and I were as calm as if watching a peaceful river flow.
Hey, are you really serious about that?
Chika, are you seriously going to send it? I think you might want to rethink that revenge play.
Too late for that. I'll send the data to a tabloid right away. So, what'll it be? Want to show me a good old kneel and beg? Well then, yeah.
Yeah, if it'll make her happy, go ahead and send it. I mean, it's not really a problem.
What? Are you two insane? If this gets out, it'll be a huge scandal, you know?
Yeah, no problem. Because just earlier, we already sent out the announcement.
About our marriage. What? Marriage?
Yep. Actually, just earlier today, we registered our marriage. After that, Maki had some errands to run. And I came here ahead to tell Obikawa-san the news. So there's no hot scoop to break. And even if you send the photo, it won't make much of a story.
Then I'll just track down where you two live and expose it. Yuki, I'll post online about what a terrible boyfriend you were.
Hey, that's enough already.
Hey, miss. You're an Araishi Foods employee, right?
So what?
How's Yoshiko-chan doing?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, old man.
Oh, you don't? But you should know.
I said I don't. Who's this Yoshi-chan?
Still, that guy's the one running the company, right? Yoshiro Takimoto.
Huh?
Yoshiro Takimoto? I didn't recognize the name, but Chika was clearly going pale.
He's the president of Araishi Foods. I've known him since we were kids.
What? Obikawa-san? You know the president of Araishi Foods? I had no idea.
He's the one who connected me to the CM, you know. Didn't I tell you, Yukun?
First I'm hearing of this.
No way. This old man's the president's childhood friend?
He's always been someone who valued kindness. Wasn't that part of the company's motto? Discipline yourself, show kindness to others, wasn't it?
Someone who values kindness. Hearing that, I finally realized. Ah, the friend Obikawa-san mentioned who values kindness. He was talking about the president of Araishi Foods.
So, miss, you sure you were saying some wild things earlier? Is that what people at Yoshi-chan's company are like? Forcing people to kneel and apologize? Is that what Araishi Foods employees do? That can be. He'd never stand for an employee like that in his company. Should I tell Yoshi-chan that someone from his company came to my cafe, caused a huge scene and left?
I'm so sorry.
And with that, Chika gave a frantic apology and bolted out of the cafe. Later, thanks to Obikawa-san, the president of Araishi Food found out about the incident.
From now on, I'll be personally keeping an eye on you. If you do anything strange, be ready.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
After getting a harsh scolding, Chika's arrogant attitude and behavior reportedly toned down. Even when she tried to get a new boyfriend, she kept comparing them to me, and it always fell apart.
Yuki used to escort me perfectly. He made such delicious food.
The things I did trying to be a better boyfriend ended up tormenting her later. For someone who dumped me saying I was beneath her, that's pretty satisfying. Meanwhile, news of my and Maki's wedding spread across every media outlet. And for a while, the public was in celebration mode. On top of that, we got contacted by a film production company saying they wanted to make a movie using one of my scripts, starring Maki Tomonaga.
It's pretty rare, right? A husband and wife working together on a film?
Yeah, That's why I definitely want to do it, since it's such a rare opportunity. We both agreed without hesitation.
Amazing! Another movie gig? You're on fire!
I wouldn't have gotten any of these jobs on my own. It's all thanks to the people around me.
Yuki-kun, you are really humble. Truly a super darling.
Thanks. My wife is a nationally beloved actress. But even if she were just an unknown ordinary woman, I know I'd still keep working hard to be someone worthy of her. Because to me, she's the most precious person in the entire world.